Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back, 9 after 11 o'clock. This is the mid-morning show with me, Julie Ali. Our first guest is Xhiluke Mabasa. He heads up a voluntary organization in Johannesburg. The organization mainly deals with outreach and volunteer services aimed at providing sustainable solutions in communities where a clear need has been identified. So let's find out, what is this organization all about? How long have they been in operation, and what sort of services do they provide? A very good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Julie. Um, yes, thank you for having me. So the Shincheonji Volunteers is an organization, as the name says, which originates in Korea. It was founded way back in 1984 by our chairman, Men Healy, in Korea. But of course, over the years, it has spread to several countries, including Southern Africa, where we started the volunteer work right about 2014 as well. But what the organization is about, we essentially trying to volunteer our time and our resources to communities and people who are underprivileged and don't have access to resources. So that even through this work, we can be able to become a source of hope, and a beacon of light to them. Since we all coexist in one world, we do believe that we all should have access to things, and access to resources and access to facilities as well. So even our main role beyond volunteering and outreach, we also help like to facilitate that access, whether it's with government, whether it's with other NGOs as well. So in summary, those are the kind of work that we do. And then we also go into deeper projects. Like for instance, we do gardening in home orphanages, like we did sometime last year in Takalani. We also do community cleanups as well. We also do blood donations. So all these things essentially that are designed, we do them because there is a need in the community and we want to take off the people together with the community.
Okay, so is this purely on a voluntary basis, or are there certain people within the organization that get paid for their services? Because clearly, most of these charitable organizations need to be run and run super efficiently so that they are sustainable. And to do that, you can't depend solely on unpaid voluntary work.
Yes, so it is purely on volunteerism work. Nobody gets paid in the organization. How we normally fund it, we have like a lot of volunteers essentially. So we have what we call gathering heart. So which means everybody give out a piece of whatever is it that they have to try and meet the targets for the goal for a certain project as well. We also try to partner with other NGOs and government officials, even including shopping centers as well, in case the volunteer event is at the shopping center. And through these various partnerships and other NGOs, then we are able to fund the specific projects that we do as well. But yeah, there's no one who is getting paid. It is really out of the genuine love for the work and for the people and the community.
So, who heads up the this organization here in Johannesburg? Because surely whoever heads it up, it is in fact a full-time job. You can't be doing this after hours or anything. Surely that person must be, even if it's just a stipend that the person is getting, but we need to also appreciate the work they're doing and the time it's taking from that person to hold this organization together.
Okay. What is amazing is that we don't do it full time. Yes, it is a full time job. So there is a core team, of about 5 people. I do head the team here in Johannesburg. I also have a job. Even if I'm speaking right now, I'm at my worldly job. But then after work is essentially where we do gather of the team and we do the planning. So they also have jobs, they also have schools and things like that. And we try to sustain ourselves through those other means as well. But it's a more of the sacrifices that we make in the evenings, almost on a daily basis to meet and gather and try, on the side outside of work and school and other things to try and push this volunteer work. So that's how we sustain ourselves. We do hope maybe in the future there'll be some sort of a stipend that we do get if we have, sponsorships and things like that. But at the current moment, for over 4 years now in the region of Johannesburg, we have been doing it this way, and it seems to be working well. So really, the secret is the love that the members have for the work that we are doing.
So, talk to us about some of the key outreach programs that you've been involved in recently, and the type of impact it's had on that segment of the community and the people involved. Are you still with us? Your picture is frozen. Okay, let's go for an ad break and we'll try and reconnect with Xhiluke Mabasa about this organization that he is running. It's a youth empowerment through a year-round outreach with him and his volunteers.
Meal of the day, yet many children go to school hungry because of poverty. Penny Appeal South Africa's Breakfast Club aims to get a warm, hearty meal to underprivileged children so they can spend their day prospering in their schoolwork. Help feed a needy learner for only 5 Rand a day or 150 Rand a month. Or visit our website www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573 to find out how you can donate. Penny Appeal South Africa. Small change, big difference. When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Albeit Lodge, your true home away from home. Albeit is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Albeit has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albeitlodge.co.za.
Yasin Badat Financial Advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team, armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world of financial freedom? Partner with us today. Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +2733 346 2071 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
Hey, Gulam.
Yeah?
Did I return your lawnmower last month?
No, bye, you didn't.
Oh, no. Now what'll I do? I wanted to borrow it again, man.
With Randry Jewelers, you won't have to borrow or lend because the prices are so well trimmed on all gold and diamond jewelry. Alternatively, we could remake your old jewelry into a brilliant new design. Visit Randry Jewelers at 151 Stevens Lamini Road, Musgrave, Durban. Randry Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Abu Huraira narrated that he heard the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, say, "In black seed there is a healing for every disease except death." Experience the health benefits of this ancient blessed seed by using the Tib Black Seed range. Black seed assists the body to boost immunity, regulate blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and act as a potent antioxidant. Experience a holistic approach to health by introducing the Tib Black Seed range into your routine. Available in capsules, pure cold-pressed oil, and a vapor rub. Trust Tib Health Sciences for quality black seed products. For more information, visit blackseed.co.za. Available at leading pharmacies.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Welcome back, and we are continuing our discussion with Xhiluke Mabasa. We're talking about Shincheonji Volunteers based in Johannesburg. Would you like to respond to my question that I put to you just before the ad break?
Yes. Would you mind please just repeating the question?
Okay. Thus far, what are some of the key outreach programs that you've been involved in, and what impact do you believe they've had?
Okay. I think some of the key ones that we've been involved in, even regularly, is the blood donations. In Southern Africa, there's been a lot of calls, especially after the COVID-19 period, that essentially there's a lot of blood shortages as well. So at least every quarter, we do have like a blood donation that we host, with even our other various stakeholders, to the point where even for the past 2 years, we managed to donate over 400 supplies, which is like multiplied by three, over 1,200 potential lives saved as well. So even for that impact, we can see that it's something that we can't even buy with money, because unfortunately, we can't manufacture blood as well. And also even for our school career mentorship programs. So essentially, we also visit schools in the beginning of the year. We give them stationery, because sometimes the supply from even government is not enough as well. So this is also to help, facilitate, and help learners to have like, dignified studies of year as well. We also even come back every year to the same schools to also help them with career guidance and application processes to tertiary institutions. So even through this also, like, that platform, we help them to also be able to further their studies, into the next level of life, to the next section of life as well. Leading on to our gardening projects as well. And then the really, really aim of the gardening project is to try in homes where suppose they don't get enough sponsorships or they don't have enough food for sustainability. We go and plant vegetables, and even fruits for them, so to be able to cook for the homes and the children also as well. For instance, like Malaika Home, Sparrows Village, Takalani Home, and all those kind of homes as well. So even when you look at the impact, even from those three mentioned projects alone, it is something that stays for the long term, essentially. So it's not necessarily a once-off. Hence, we even say that our projects we're aiming to have a long sustainable impact. But of course, beyond that, on a lighter note, we also try to bring joy to especially the homes with more kids as well, where we usually go each and every Christmas and we make Christmas parties and play games with them and things like that, essentially, so that they can also find that joyful spirit of Christmas as well. So these are some of the events that we do, Julie, from the Joburg team of Shincheonji Volunteers.
And of course, all of those supplies that you're able to pass on to the neediest of the needy has been donated to you to actually then hand out to the people that you believe are in need.
Yes. So most of the time we would some of, depending on the project, if it's sensitive, we wouldn't necessarily hand out the things ourselves, but then we'll ask the leaders of wherever we're donating to. And sometimes we'll be there just to ensure also as well that they do reach the people that they need to reach. So we have also like a formal way of tracking. Sometimes they also send us pictures afterwards as well. If it's for a clothing drive, for instance, we won't necessarily hand out the clothes ourselves, because also for the dignity of the receiver as well. So, but then we do get a list of the people who have benefited, and when we do come back to the same organization or the school, they do let us know, like even the people, when we engage with them, they do acknowledge that they've received this kind of handouts that we have given at that very time. So that is sort of our way of tracking.
With Youth Day approaching, does your organization have any special projects or events planned to engage and to empower young people?
Yes, so it's more of children, because this time around, we thought that we can try and have an event which also not reflects only the youth, but also, the young ones. But basically, youth is anyone really from 0 to 30. So we are going to go into a children's hospital, and through this event, what we're going to do, we're going to try to bring them, joy, dressed up in costumes, give them teddy bears, and even donate like, blankets which were knitted by the 67 Mandela Foundation that we also got through the donation as well. So even through that, we open really to bring joy, to those children facing a lot of difficulties also as well. So it is not necessarily the older youth per se, but then it is more of the children. And then the older youth in the hospital will definitely also be able to give them things like, homemade earrings and such and such. But then it's more of the children side this time around, because we really want to spread love, more of love to the younger ones.
What challenges do you encounter during your work, and very especially when you're working in under-resourced areas. How do you overcome those challenges? Do you ever find yourselves in a very compromising or sticky situations where perhaps you and the other volunteers are even threatened?
We do, especially as you said, in resourced communities. So, like for instance, of course, the main challenge is probably like the shortage of resource. Sometimes we have like very, very little resources to meet the number of people that we need to benefit from the resources as well. And when we see that, because we also try to go to the area before the project or the event that we organize. So when we do realize that, so some of the times that's when we try to be in the government. So we do have like a working relationship with some of the departments of government, even at the provincial level and the city level. So we try now, we start going to knock on their doors. Sometimes they do help us, sometimes they don't necessarily are able to help us. And then from there, we also go to the malls, shopping centers, your Pick and Pays and other various shops. Then we also ask for donations so that we can try and meet those challenges as well. But the main challenge really that we do face, it is the challenge of resources because it does become difficult. There are so many people in South Africa who are very underprivileged, unfortunately. And through identifying these people, so we work with various organizations like the blankets I've mentioned. We got them from another organization as well to try and meet the demand as much as possible.
I think it's amazing. God bless. I just hope and pray that you and your volunteers continue on this path because it is making a very meaningful difference. To wrap up then, what message would you like to share with the youth of South Africa? It is Youth Month. Next week, Monday, we're going to be enjoying a public holiday in South Africa. And this, of course, is for us a time for us to reflect where we were 30 odd years ago and where we are now, and that our future lies in the hands of our youth. So what is your message to the youth for them to continue making a difference?
Julie, even as our chairman, he Lee always says that, the youth must be able to work because, the future does belong to the youth. We must be able to take care of our environment, to make it sustainable for the future generations as well. So even to the youth as well, of course we are young people, we might not have necessarily all the influence in the world, but, simply because however, what we have, is the power. And even if we do think about these volunteer activities that we do as well, so we're basically trying to shape the world in how we want it to sit in the future as well. So I would like to also encourage all the youth as well that find, your nearest community outreach project, your nearest volunteer, your nearest shelter, and try to dedicate your time also as well. Beyond that, there's also a sense of fulfillment, that you're also contributing positively, not only to the city, but then to the country as well. So it's all really about the love that we have for our country and for the people that we coexist with as well. Just as as God has loved us so much, giving us the light, rain, and air for free. So also, like as the youth, we can definitely play a role, just giving back to the communities.
I love that. God bless you. May you continue doing the amazing work that you're involved in and continue touching lives in such a positive way. Go well and continue making a difference. It is exactly 11:27. We're moving along, and a very big thank you to you, Xhiluke Mabasa, and your Shincheonji volunteers. God bless.